Play number 4 continues at the Masters Clash. We have Tomb of the Spider Queen, the first map in the best of 2. Inting for Ruby going up against the Bangbush. So, I can Lauber and his boys pull off now. And we got Ty again. So, maybe a little bit of Vala action as well. So, let's see what we're gonna get here. Uther gets banned. We're back to the days when Uther main tank gets banned against the fish, and he's just sitting there and is just like, he's sad. He's like, oh, not again. Come on, boys. Like, seriously? That just feels bad. He played him, I think, once. Once on the last playday, and now this is happening, so, yeah. Okay, anyways, we got a Blaze Band as well. We're still looking at Tomb, so Wave Clear is going to be fairly important. Ty could, for example, play his Vala again with a multi-shot build. Mainly saying this because I know that he likes Vala, and I like Vala too, so there's that. But yeah, let's go. We got as on... They're actually a little bit slow in the bans here. Usually there's a little bit more pep behind that. Johanna gets banned, Uther gets banned, so they're tanking the front line. I know, when we're talking about an Uther ban, it sounds a little bit weird since he's technically a support, but again, he doubles usually as a main tank. And my camera, I don't know really what's going on with my camera here, but for some reason I think one of the cables is not properly connected. No signal, really? Come on, signal, come back. So yeah, sorry for that, but I have the suspicion that one of the cables is not properly connected, and that's the cable that feeds the power into it. So it seems that it's currently running out of battery, so I gotta tinker around with that a bit during the next break and get that done. Yeah, I'm sorry. I suppose that it's gonna disappear in another moment again. Either way, we got Junkrat as the first pick for Bishops this time. His Hanzo got banned. Yeah, when you go up against Bishops, then the first thing that you do or that you think about is getting rid of Hanzo, of course. But he locks Junkrat in. It's Tomb after all, so having the poke against turn-ins, the displacement follow-up after it's done is always kind of neat. Yeah, we got Anduin and we got Gul'dan. Gotta get those mages in with all the wave clear here. Lauber and Swamgrotta. I gotta laugh the entire time when I see Lauber play right now, just simply because he's been like joking himself about like dying on Diablo all the time. And he's like, I know exactly how he loses his souls because I die so much on him. And then the next time he played with Diablo, he instantly died within the first minute of the game, pulling a Lulba. Okay, but they go for Maiev and they now have Ty on Stukov. Now, I'm not quite sure if he's just gonna swap that around or if this is really gonna be a thing. Ty, did he all of a sudden switch into the support role? I mean, we had a lot of teams that swapped their roles slightly, but I'm not sure if that's really gonna be a thing here. Might have to today. Especially when you're, of course, playing with a sub, for example. You gotta just, yeah, sometimes sub rolls around. We had it earlier, honestly, too. I mean, the Cats, they have Drake apparently now in the main tank role, and Johan has switched over into second damage dealer and has been playing Genji a lot, which was also interesting because I didn't really picture him as a Genji player there. Dibbles gets banned out. Mindtalk could, by the way, play Kerrigan again, now that they have Anduin too. Light Bomb engage with Kerrigan would be pretty sweet as well. And on top of that, you of course have the added benefit of getting those stuns in for him. The fuck? Is this meta madness? What just happened? They picked Cho'Gall? Okay. Did not see that coming. Not even a little bit. What's the response now? I suppose we're gonna get a side lane Leoric. I mean, even the camera can handle it. The camera saw that and it was just like, oh my god, I gotta turn off here. So, yeah, we got Leo and Imperius. And Hogger gets picked now on the last position. And well, that, ladies, gets us into game number 1. Tomb of the Spider Queen. Inting for Ruby with Cho'Gall against the Bangbush. That was unexpected. I did not see that one coming. So, for now, we got on the left side, we got a Mindtalk with Cho, Fish with Gull. It's actually interesting that Fish is playing Gull and not Cho. Nox on Anduin, Hat on Gul'dan, and Gal Gulnar on Hogger. The last picks here, Lauber with Imperius, Svamgrotta on Leoric, Skok on Maiev, Tai on Stukov indeed, and Bishops on Rankrat. Okay, here we go. Oh, this is gonna be kind of fun. I really wanted to see how this is gonna play out now. We had a couple of Cho'Gall games in Meta Madness, and most of them didn't go too well for the Ogre. There was one in particular where they were able to win it with Cho'Gall after they completely got manhandled in the early game. I think it was a Battlefield of Eternity game, if I remember correctly. But now that we're here in a normal game at the Masters Clash, this is kind of crazy. This is one of the last picks that I expected to see today. So it's kind of cool. Can they pull it off though? That's a big question. I mean, there is Leo. He has some of the extra damage once he can drain. He should actually end up with a huge amount of damage in this game, given that we're just gonna see him with like a drain all the time here. But yeah. Alright, time will tell how this is going to pan out for them, but obviously Cho'Gall more so of a late game hero. Once they give him a little bit of time to get into the late game, he can usually do a whole lot of work there. Gets a lot harder to kill too. Anduin is also very good at helping targets out, but well, for that he needs to be close by. And in this case, it didn't work. Nearly got a counter kill against Lauber, so good for him, but was just not enough. Couldn't really lock in the W here. But yeah, either way, first kill for the red team. The Bang Bush, of course, one of the teams that currently finds themselves in the top 4 and has aims to qualify for the Masters Clash finals directly. I mean, we are down to 8 teams and we're now playing a round robin with these best of 2 matches. And the top 3 teams qualify directly for the event in Paris, whereas the 4th team that will go to the offline final will be determined with a gauntlet. So that's happening. But if you're one of the top teams, then obviously you don't really want to go through the gauntlet. Instead, what you're aiming for is to quickly qualify and establish yourselves in the top 3. And that's what all of these teams are currently fighting for. Bang Bush included, so 2-0 victory would really be important, since you want to have those 2 points. Can they do that? Yes, no? I mean, we'll see. But right now, that's what they are going to try and do here. Get the 3 points, get a 2-0. But in the way is a big, fat, 2-headed ogre that they somehow need to take it down. They are trailing behind gems, by the way. Pretty heavily. Just saying. So yeah. Cho'Gall with the Callous Tide, keep moving. Rising Dread and the uppercut. Min 777. Yeah. 10 gems for Cho'Gall. It's a little bit of a weird one when you're having only 4 bodies on your team, because in this case it also means that gems are, of course, it's sometimes a little bit harder to turn in. Once that you go for the channel, there's only 3 heroes that can really defend you. And that can be an issue. 25 gems have already been turned in, so the first opportunity for the Bang Bush to get the turning completed and call the Web Weavers down. But yeah, top side, he's riding the golden cock. That's also weird. I don't know why, but that's just weird to me. With Imperius, I'm totally okay when he does that, but yeah, it's like, that just looks strange. I don't know, I can't even put it into words. So the Red Web Weavers are touching ground, so first objective for the Bang Bush. I guess that Inting for Ruby didn't really expect to dominate the early game here. With Cho'Gall, you're normally looking towards the mid and the late game. But can they get value out of this? That's the bigger question now. So they're trying to make a play for Galningul now. That didn't really work. We got the level 7 talents now on both sides. Stacks are coming together for Hat. He's sitting at 18 now on his level 1. And we got the Enraged Regeneration now for Cho, and Gal with Augur Rampage, as they are defending the top against the Web Weavers. But down at the bottom of the map, they are still breaking through the wall, and they will make the play for the fort directly. I'm actually, if anything, a bit surprised that nobody's really dealing with this. Lauber's gonna die here. Yep. First one to fall on the red team. But they are getting that fort. Yeah, they're dropping it. So 1 fort destroyed by the first objective. Solid. It's mostly what you are looking for here, so yeah, trying to make a play maybe for Cho'Gall. He wants to go for Leo though. Yeah, Leo already draining him hard. But they're at least able to take the Web Weavers down. Now, in the early game, it's not really too bad for the Cho'Gall team. They're currently at 8.5 on the level side. We got nearly level 9 now for the Bang Bush. Turn-in hasn't really happened yet. But I gotta say that this is not looking too bad for Inting for Ruby. Losing 1 fort this early on is something that you can survive. But of course, time will tell if at any point they are able to bring this back and really be aggressive here. Cho'Gall is the one that has 30 gems now. That makes the turn-in a little bit tricky, as I already mentioned previously, because it literally means that 2 heroes are pretty much entangled in the turn-in. Ideally, you would get some kills before any of this, but that's also highly unlikely, at least for now. But level 10 abilities will unlock the combo for Cho'Gall, and then you can try and make your plays there, especially if you're also seeing the Shockwave for Gul'dan Gul'nar. Then you could follow up with the Shockwave too after they get the pull. And they go for Lauba again, and they take him down. Lauba down once more. That is a second kill against Imperius. Yeah, we got the disc against Cho'Gall. Keep in mind, they banned the Nubarak. So if you disc Cho'Gall, you get Walmart value. 2 for 1, ladies and gentlemen, only today. And 2 on the Spider Queen. But yeah. We got the Upheaval, and we got the Twisting Nether. And of course, also Light Bomb. Seems like Leo is trying to make the play for Gul'dan Gul'nar. And where's the Entomb when you need it? Yeah, not dropping it because there's not enough damage around. So Gul'dan Gul'nar can still defend, but Svamgarota was at least trying to piss him off a little bit. With success, I would add. But there's still no turn in. Skog turns in, the rest keeps Cho'Gall busy. The Horrify... Yeah, that... I mean, maybe it saved them, but it doesn't really present them with a kill opportunity. That's kind of what they need here. Then again, as long as they are every now and then taking Lauba down, they're fine. 42 gems, by the way. Not a single one turned in yet. And he's trying to change it here. And might be able to lock that in. Nice! That's 42 gems delivered, so good for them. Turns the 42 gems in. Cho'Gall is therefore also freed up for a bit of damage. And they're trying to go for Leo down at the bot lane. Only holds 3 gems. Can easily ghost away because they are already moving in to flank this one out even further. Gul'dan Gul'nar gets tethered. And there's the delivery system. That looks like a dead hogger. That's 25 gems and they cannot recover them. They just can't recover them. That's 25 gems lost and that hurts. That really hurts. Had pushed the top lane out a bit. Still shark surfing. If he gets the turn-in for them, I mean, maybe they can capitalize on Web Weavers. But they really gotta do something now. They're in danger of falling a bit too far behind. In the early game, they did well. They got their kills. They couldn't get a turn-in. Lost 1 or 2 heroes. But they were still in a position where they at least kept up in experience. And also more or less in structures. But right now, they're starting to lose a bit of ground here. And of course, if that snowballs, then the best late game doesn't really help you. You need to make some moves now. So they are trying to at least do some damage. Jesus, what a shove. Cho'Gall out of the way immediately. Okay, there's the disc against... yeah, Anduin with the pull. They go for Cho'Gall though, and that is another problem. Trying to hit the ult there. Svamgarota ghosting away from it. Yeah, that's a lot of ults that they just used, so a lot of abilities, cooldowns that got burned and didn't give them anything. In the meantime, the Web Weavers have taken the gate down, but nothing else. Some damage on the towers, but that's definitely not enough to write home about. So they need more. They need way more than that. The level 13, we get them with the Divine Rage here. We also have now the Virulent Reaction. And I don't know, but that turn-in didn't really do a whole lot for them. So Svamgarota gets attacked. If they can at least take Leo down, that's 14, 13 gems that they're getting out of this. But it looks more and more like we're getting turn-in number 2 for the blue team, for the red team. Yeah, if Svamgarota turns in, he has exactly enough gems for that. There's the Entomb. Nicely done. Gul'dan is dead immediately, and apparently they're not quite happy with that, so they're hoping for a Cho'Gall kill, which he can't get here. But all that Svamgarota, as I said, has to do is turn in and they're going to get another Web Weaver wave. But they're not going for it. Ah, there we go. Alright, it's Skog instead. Also, no. Lauba, you don't have enough. You don't have enough. I'm bad at math too. It's like, damn, they're still 1 short. Alright, Leo's doing it now and Holger's dead. Okay. Yeah, this is starting to take a pretty quick downward trend here. Level 15 versus level 13. 2-level advantage. We now got the Molten Block in, but they are already taking the top 4 down a notch. And in the middle of the map, we're seeing the same thing as Maiev is attacking. Web Weavers aren't even here yet. Leo's pushing the bot lane out too, so that keep at the bottom of the map will take damage very, very quickly here. Yeah, this isn't looking good. This is not looking good. They're losing way too many structures here. So, Cho'Gall is trying to do its thing. The damage output for Gall is at 12,000. Gul'dan is sitting at 20. Imperial is at 22. Lauber might die a lot. Lauber should at some point for a tournament just rename himself a little into Sir Die a lot. That would actually be kind of funny. Which reminds me, I miss Sir Ice Cream. That was one of the best names in my eyes. Oh, nice! Finally a pull! Hitting Tai, but he goes for another massive shove, and Cho'Gall is just out of that fight. Seems like they're getting another drop on Hat, guys. They are getting murdered here. Whoa. Web Weaver's active on all 3 lanes still. 16 talent, mad advantage now with the level 16 talent. Crushing hope. Yeah, they're definitely crushing their hope and their dreams. Top keep, likely gonna fall. Maybe not. Maybe they can save it, but it's definitely taking a ton of damage. And in the bot lane, this one isn't gonna make it. I'm sorry. They, by the way, have enough gems for another turn-in, so they don't even have to stop here. They can go for a second turn-in. One keep is down. Another ult attempt. This one also failed. Top keep very, very low. And in the middle, the wall has fallen. Bit of damage has been done. But while they currently are happy to just steal the camp, they could go for the boss, they could go for the turn-in. They got so many options now. Oh, they could just go for another kill. Go for Cho'Gall here. Yeah, but he is alive. Alrighty. Cho'Gall is able to make his way back out. Didn't die yet, right? No, Cho'Gall didn't die yet. Hogger and Gul'dan have been the target. Thanks to the camp, they can now go for another keep. Yeah, try to go for a hat again. He gets pushed out here. Yeah, mace to the face. Riptire, can they slow him a little bit? Maybe not. And they go for Nox instead, or at least they were trying to. Another dodge on the combo from Cho'Gall. Molten Block to save the day for them, but they can't save the keep, so that's the second one that just fell. Which means catapults galore on the mid and bot lane. And they still have the gems for the turn-in. 76. Easy. And they're already on it. Yet that seems like it's going to be the last nail in the coffin for Inting, for Ruby. Swamgrota turning in the 29 gem. Oh, he wanted this to be a little bit too sneaky. He tried to turn in, but he wanted to allow the team enough time to activate the camp here. So now he gets interrupted. But he still gets the turn in down at the bottom. And in the meantime, Sylvanas and Maiev. Maiev has also started the next camp here. So double camp plus Web Weavers. Didn't go for boss. Blue team had to check if boss was maybe attacked. But now this is obviously a play for a game. They're not even bothering with the top lane, by the way. They just don't give a shit. They're like, yeah, well, whatever. Web Weaver's gonna push this out, no problem. In the meantime, they're trying to go for Cho'Gall. They can't get the kill here. But they already got Gul'dan a bit low. So yeah, another quick play being made. And here we go. That's the pull, that's the combo, and Junkrat is dead. Maybe they can defend after all. Ruinous Affliction, and here's the completion on the level 1 talent, and all of a sudden Junkrat and Stukov are both down, but Web Weavers are on the core, so are the Siege Giants, and they are going to do some damage here. The question is simply how much. Can they end the game? That's the big question, and currently I'm not so sure about that. So the shield is still there, the catapults never made it to the core, and they're defending. They are defending. That Web Weaver wave did nothing. That Web Weaver wave did nothing. And now we still have them with a 2-level disadvantage. Nice play against Swamgrota this time. They get the kill, and the gems that he was still holding are now gone too. So kudos to them, preventing the worst from happening here. I'm just afraid that it's too little too late. I'm not sure if this is really gonna make a difference here. Because the problem that I have is that they're still so far behind right now. They need to soak 2 levels to make it to 20, whereas the red team only needs half a level. And I really think they need that boss. The problem is that the red team knows that too, and they're trying to prevent it by pushing the mid lane out and just threatening to go for the core. But if the boss doesn't get taken by the blue team, it will eventually be claimed by the Bang Bush. And they're already at it at the top. Tai is starting it, and they have level 20, or they will have it. So, yeah, that's a disaster. It's so frustrating from their point of view. Because they finally got some kills in. They did a good defense. They just ruined that Web Weaver value. But now there's level 20 against them. The boss is so low, they can't do anything here. They're trying to jump in, they're trying to get a kill, boss is taken. That means the top keep is gonna fall. And here's the level 20 approach as they're trying to take Cho'Gall down with success. Cho'Gall is dead, they're all dead and dying. The quick kills everybody as they are making their way over towards the core. Big Entomb that we saw there. They're still trying to take Hoggar down. He explodes too. So now the top keep is falling. Everybody has been eliminated here. Great play by them. And as you can see, they are now making a move for the core. Victory in game number 1 goes to the red team. They are the ones locking in the W here. 1-0 lead for the Bang Bush. They're trying to enter the top 3. They're trying to establish a position there, and they just made an important step towards that goal.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Volskaya Foundry! Okay, map number 2, the Bang Bush is ahead. Seems like picking Cho'Gall didn't really do all that well for Inting for Ruby. And now we're on Volskaya Foundry, one of the shittiest map in the pool. Now, the one thing that I thought is a little bit funny is that lately we're gonna get more Nazebo plays on the map. So people are trying to be more cheeky and cheese a bit, which that part I can actually approve of. So if you're looking for a map that normally goes into the late game where the objective doesn't do all that much, then Volskaya can be great. But it's more so the cats that do that go for these Nazebo builds. But it already seems that Inting for Ruby is looking to get some victories with a cheese or two. And maybe they are the ones to pick the Witch Doctor here. It's their map choice. They picked the map. So if you lose a game, you have the choice whether you want to go for first pick, first ban, which is what most teams do. Or you can go for map choice. So them picking the map already signals a little bit that they might be trying to cheese. And they were also trash talking a little bit in the lobby about it. Now, if that's just to distract the opponent a bit, trying to play some mind games here, that's something we'll figure out soon enough, but for now at least, let's assume that they have something prepared. Okay, so what do you actually play here if you are the Bang Bush though? Are we starting? No, we're starting not with Blaze because he has been banned. Exactly. Hanzo's also out, so Bishops doesn't get to play as hero. Could still play with Junkrat again if they wanted to. Junkrat is just super annoying. Globals, of course, also great on this map. And they go for Stitches. Okay, we're gonna get a hook game. Maybe even a full Kidnap combo with Medivh. If not, then we could still get the Gust. Gorge after a good hook. And then Isolation with a Mighty Gust would, of course, help. But let's see what the blue team is gonna do. If they really have a cheese prepared, then I want to see what it is. Maybe it's something that we can already speculate about a bit in the early stages, or it's just like one cheesy pick that they're trying to go for. Ah, Vala and Medivh. So, Medivh already for them. The fuck? Alexstrasza and Kel'Thas. So we have a Stitches hook into a Gravity Lapse. I like it. Old school. And we get Alexstrasza for fights over the checkpoints. But she can pack a punch. Oh, holy shit. No way. Guys, they're gonna go for Hungry for More on level 1 and Alexstrasza with the globe build so that they can just make sure Lauba cannot die in the late game because he has like 13,000 hit points or so. That's what they're doing here. They're literally comboing Stitches with Alex for that. Now, she adds a bit more, but that's one of the things that they're gonna try and do here. Love it. Absolutely love it. And obviously, Kel'Thas is going to benefit from that too. Because he has his Mana Addict on level 1, right? So they both capitalize on the globes from Alexstrasza. Yeah, that's going to be good. That's gonna be really good. Oh boy. Yeah, who is getting cheesed now? Medivh and Vala. Okay, so Leyline into an Apocalypse potentially. Deckard Kane to follow up on this even more. Could still go for a bit of a nasty side laner here, of course. So that's also a thing. But what are we now getting for the final 2 picks on the red team side? What else could they get that would capitalize properly on Alexstrasza's talents here? Who else stacks indefinitely through globes? Unless he can't even come up with someone. Zeratul, well, Sonya. Not really true for both of them. Zeratul at least gets a bit of a lead out of it. It's probably not even that. I mean, his level 1 quest should be completed by the time that Alexstrasza is getting value through it. But either way, it's going to be a nice pick for them. They can start to target Hat a bit more aggressively. Maybe Medivh and Deckard Kane as well. Obviously, we're going to keep our eye on Mindtalk and see if he gets his baseline quest completed. And the final pick, Golden Gulnar. It is Yrel. Ooh, that's the old trio. I've been talking about this in the past. Deckard Kane, Yrel, and Diablo were picked in HTC. Again, multiple patches ago, and obviously a very different game back then. But when those 3 were on your team, you could pretty much not lose the game anymore. Insane win rate. So yeah, map number 2, Bangbush is in the lead. Let's go, Volskaya Foundry. Game number 2, Inting for Ruby in blue with Mindtalk on Diablo, Hat on Vala. We got Fish on Medivh. Auto attack style for Vala, by the way. Golden Gulnar, Yrel, and Nox on Deckard Kane. Well, and here we go, as expected. So we got Hungry for More on level 1 for Stitcher, so he's going to work around the globes here the entire time. Ty is going for his Circle of Life on level 1 to give them the additional regeneration globes. And Kelthas with the infinite stacks here on the Mana Addict. So a huge shield for him too. Bishops, again, yes, he needs also a couple of globes, but by the time that Alexstrasza is done with her level 1 quest, he's obviously gonna have his own quest completed already. So Bangbush is coming in with some fun plays here as they're trying to play for the late game as well. But this is definitely going to be interesting. Spray game already on point here as we're getting Fish annoying them. Fish, the one on Medivh, is also wild. Mindtalk is playing Diablo and Fish is playing Medivh. I mean, they're swapping it all up now. We have 2 heroes to watch out for when we're looking at the blue team. First of all, of course, Vala. She goes into an auto attack style with Creed of the Hunter, meaning she has now an increased attack speed, and every single time she dies, it's a gambit component of the level 1 talent. Every single time she dies, she's going to lose 25% of that attack speed bonus that she received now. And so you want to keep her alive as much as you can. And if Hat is doing a great job stacking and staying alive, then the late game is going to be a problem. It's actually going to be pretty interesting. If that happens and then Manticore kicks in, there is a chance that Vala is just getting enormous damage in this game, because as Stitch's hit point pool increases, they could really just try... If that goes into a late game, Vala's damage is going to be absolutely insane if she's getting connects on Stitches throughout the later stages. And yeah, they are rotating between the lanes in an attempt to get globes. So it's all about getting a massive hit point pool for Stitches, about making sure that Kelthas is a huge shield as well. If those 2 are more or less unkillable, then good luck in those team fights. They're not going to be easy in the slightest. Item control, of course, as usual on Volskaya Foundry, heavily important here, so that's what they're looking at. And at the same time, towards the top, we got now another globe ready for Alexstrasza. So very, very quickly moving towards the talent completion. And Stitches is already very happy about the added hit points that he's getting here. Same is also true for Kelthas. I mean, normally with Mana Addict, you would love to get it before level 10. Things get a lot more dangerous when your opponent has heroic abilities. So yeah, if you're able to pull it off before, then always nice. There's more combos too, by the way. So I explained it during the draft, but if you're getting a hook in and then Gravity Lapse as a follow-up is available to you, that helps you, of course, to take that target down quickly. We might see Gorge here as well. 14 stacks so far for Vala. Don't forget, the stacks are not as important as staying alive. In an ideal world, you stack and stay alive at the same time, and with the shield from Medivh and the portal, there is a good way for you to make that happen. But yes, you want to stay alive. That auto attack speed becomes really, really important when you hit level 16 and you got Manticore. So want to have that as much as you can have. But yeah, either way, by now we got 12 on Stitches, Alexstrasza, and Kalthas. So they're getting there. They're definitely getting there. Locking another one in very, very quickly. That means only 2 more left, and then Alexstrasza is going to provide them with additional globes. And they are definitely going to have fun with this one. Alexstrasza sitting at 14. Lauber missed out on it because he went for the beacon, or for the checkpoint. And here we go. It's all on the globe quest. And there it is. It's completed already. And now they can get even more. This is gonna be crazy towards the late game. It all depends, of course, how long they need to, well, win or lose the game. Stitch is also making the right play right now with the second helping here. This is one of the important things, by the way. Devour talents are pretty awesome. Devour talents are really awesome when you're going for Hungry for More for a very simple reason. Devour procs off your max HP. So if you have an insane hit point pool towards the end of the game, then that helps you even further. Now Lauber is still a little bit low on HP. I mean, in comparison. But that is soon going to change. 17 at this point. Yeah, it's going to be real fun for them. As the game continues, they are absolutely crushing with this. It's going to be so tricky to take Stitches down for them. It's going to be incredible. This is something that Stalk did back in the day when we had Meta Madness, I want to believe Meta Madness 4? So he played Stitches on Tomb of the Spider Queen without the Alexstrasza support and was able to get towards 60 stacks and more and ran around with a 13,000 hit point pool easily. And yeah, he couldn't be killed in the late game. It was nearly impossible to take him down there. Good invade from the blue team as they're stealing some of the items away. Alexstrasza's just YOLOing the heals out time and time again. Kalthas is done with his quest already, by the way. So yeah, he has the shield. And the mana pool is also there. Good for Vala to get to the 50 stacks very quickly now too. Has the Hot Pursuit as her level 7 talent. And Stitches is sitting at 24 globes. So keep in mind, every 20 globes he is getting a movement speed increase as well. So the first objective is taken. We got the first protector here for Inting for Ruby. Wasn't really fought over too hard. But Stitches has now a slight movement speed advantage. Still looking for the globes here the entire time. And that's already a lot. I mean, we're only looking at 5 minutes into the game, right? So they can still go through the minion waves. They got all of this. Medivh is sitting at 17 stacks. Should probably mention that as well. So there was no real trouble yet. We haven't seen a single kill in this game yet. Not a single kill. Yeah, and talking about stacks, Mindtalk is also done with this. As expected, the early protector doesn't really do a whole lot. And they are still rotating between the lanes, just from one minion wave to another. They're just going globes, 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 globes. And, interesting, Polybomb. Polybomb for Medivh. So we don't get the ley line. No ley line apocalypse shenanigans or anything like it. There's the Gorge for Stitches. Might of the Narazim, as usual. Leap for Sonya, so they're being aggressive around it. And the Lifebinder for Alexstrasza. Yeah, and more camps are now taken too. 30 stacks already. Yeah. Oh boy, it's gonna be nasty. I mean, Stitches is already another 750 hit points. 750 additional hit points for Stitches at this point. Just so that you get a bit of an idea of what's actually going on here. And we're only at level 11, so this is going to continue. And in another 4 globes, he's also going to get another 5% movement speed, which in total is then 10% movement speed advantage. But killing Lauber in the late game, you can just imagine this one going to like 25 minutes or something. That's going to be crazy. So, okay, Lauber gets the Gorge, but there's the portal, and I don't think that Mindtalk is going to have any problems here. But they're getting the globes, 37, 239, there's the 40, and, well, that's 1,000 hit points for you right there. 1,000 extra hit points for Lauber, and 10% movement speed advantage already. Okay. Not too bad. Yep. Here we go. And the shield obviously on Kalthas is increasing, increasing, and increasing. Now we have Vala to consider as well. Her damage output is not too shabby. She's at 11,000. Nobody's really fighting, by the way, when there's nothing on the map. There's not a single camp to be taken. Items have already been divided up. Objective isn't up either. So obviously the Bang Bush is absolutely happy to just move from one lane to another and get these globes. And I think this is starting to become a bit of a problem for Inting for Ruby. I honestly can't really... They attacked Bishops because he stole the globe. Bishop stole the globe when they rotated up, so that's why they went in and attacked him here. Oh boy. But yeah, coming back to my point really quickly. It's on Inting for Ruby to make plays here, honestly. And they're trying to do that, but good leap. There's already the ult being used. Stitches with the level 13 talents now getting the hook extension. Their late game is crazy. Guys, their late game is pretty nuts. So I really feel that Inting for Ruby, they need to make a bit of play here. They need to be a bit more aggressive. I mean, Stitches is sitting at 50 stacks now. That's 1,250 hit points that he already has. We're 9 minutes into the game. 9 minutes. Imagine this going to like 25. So I would be a little bit worried in that situation. And obviously, as you can see here with the Mana Addict, he's going to get an insane amount of mana and a shield too. So that's another problem here. Kalthor's mana pool is going to be out of this world. Another hook. And yeah, no Gorge this time. We're still in cooldown. Devour is also just going to heal him up like there's no tomorrow. Stitches with the movement speed here. Oh boy. The one thing that I gotta say is like, it's a little bit weird to me. Did they remove the cap? There was a cap on it. After 60, when you're at 20, the movement speed was capped. So the maximum you could get was 20%. Did they remove that? I didn't even catch that. It's usually not a talent gets picked. 24 stacks, and he loses them. No, the fish gets out. The fish gets out. Oh, boy. Yeah, that was nearly Medivh losing his stacks here. Vala with a nice kill. That's actually first blood in the game. First blood 10 minutes in. Kalthor's died as well, so 2 kills. And Vala is stacking a lot more aggressively now. I like it. So they saved Medivh stacks, that's the first. And they also have more stacks now on Vala. And they got the 2 kills. So they are an entire level ahead and will grab the early level 16. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, 60 stacks for Stitches. So he's at 20% movement speed advantage now. Yep. 20% movement speed advantage and 1,500 extra hit points for him. Vala has Manticore and hasn't died yet. Let's not forget about this. So against Stitches, she's getting really good damage now. Manticore is going to get triggered over and over and over again. But again, killing Lauber is going to get very difficult from here on out. This is going to be a new record, by the way. He's definitely going to end up with a new record for stacks. I have never seen anything like this in a competitive game. Kalthor is sitting at 55. Was a little bit mad that he once again didn't get the globe because Zeratul was there a moment too early. 5 more globes already, 4 Stitches. Jesus, his hit points. I'm gonna take a look at it on 20. Oh, what a move! That hook was glorious. Can they get the kill though? That's the bigger question. And well, the answer is no, they can't. Seems like Ty also misclicked a little bit on the life binder here. I'm not quite sure. Did he or did he not? And there's the Pulverize. Pulverize is in as well. Get another hook. But do they have the damage? That's the bigger problem here. Do they have the damage in the late game to get kills themselves? Because so far they're still waiting for the first one. And Vala hasn't died yet, and she is at 100 stacks now. So that gives her 2 crest rewards. We're talking obviously a lot about Stitches, a lot about Kalthor's, and their stacks are impressive, don't get me wrong. But you have a Vala on the other side too. And she hasn't died yet. That means the 25% attack speed are still there. She has Manticore already. And she has 100 stacks. Now the 100 stacks are not crazy, but we haven't seen a lot of fights yet either. So given the circumstances, that's not bad. That's pretty good. She's gonna make this real difficult. But okay, we got the objective now up, so you can really try to win it through the objective. In the late game, these bastards still hurt. Might not be the most impactful one, but if Stitches can't be killed when he takes position on the checkpoint, then there's that, right? 22,000 damage for Kalthor's. Vala is at 26k. Big shield, of course, for Kalthor's now too. And yep, there's the hook, there's the gorge. And Medivh needs to pop the portal and get the shield out. Good stun, and Vala's immediately on their way back out. Instantly. So even though they got multiple hooks against Hat, they couldn't get the kill. But here comes Zeratul. The shield is ready though. And they try to go for the kill, and they can get it. Down he goes. Zeratul is dead again. Bishop's eliminated for the second time in this game. Galnagulna is able to escape with 180 hit points as the portal gets provided by Medivh. Medivh hasn't fallen yet either. Then again, hasn't completed his quest yet. Sitting at 30. 75 on Stitches. I really don't know if his movement speed is capped. It doesn't mention anything. Initially it was capped at 60, which gave him 20% movement speed advantage. But if it... Guys, if this isn't capped... Can you imagine him in the late game? If that movement speed is not capped, that would be insanity. Absolute insanity. So yeah, they're going for Lauba again. Starting to push in here. 4 kills to 0. Not a single kill for them yet. Only a level behind though. And here come the 80 stacks. 2,000 hit points. Alright. Yeah, that's just bloody. This is gonna be so silly. 81 stacks for him. Yeah, they got a kill finally. First kill for them down at the bottom of the map. Urel is down, but the next protector's taken. Can they now take Vala down? Is this the first stack on the Gambit that she loses or not? Gravity Lapse, there's the damage. Vala, she's alive and she's dead. Vala's down. Oh, and that's a kill on Medivh. Yeah, that one was important. Medivh goes down. That's all of the stacks lost. Nox gets also killed. Diablo dies all of a sudden. 5-man team wipe. They take the entire team down, but the important kill was Vala. That's 5% of the attack speed removed. And Medivh dying as well. Removes, of course, all of the stacks on the baseline from him. Those were two really, really important kills. And now they have level 20. And that gives us hungry, hungry Stitches. We got the Blessing of the Red here. And we got the Shadow Stride. Stitches, by the way, apparently caps out on 30% movement speed. And that would be happening at 100 stacks. So the 100 stacks, he's having 30% movement speed. And that's definitely achievable for him. I mean, 100%. He is going to get that. Now, let's take a quick look at the hit point pool. Currently, Stitches at level 20 is at 9,200 hit points. Sorry, 9,000, yeah. So, pretty beastly pool for him already as it stands. So, yeah, Stitches definitely in a pretty good position there. It's kind of funny, by the way, that Diablo is at least attempting to take one of the forts down. 2 have now been lost on the blue team side. But as the game continues, we're of course going to keep our eye on our big boy over here and see where he's going. Kel'Thas, in the meantime, has a mana pool of 1,860 mana. 1,860. In comparison, Alexstrasza is sitting at 690. Just to give you a bit of an idea here. Alright, so 8 more stacks and he's at 30. Alrighty. Mind Talk, careful, gorged, yeah, and he gets Vala too. Vala as well, and off we go. Diablo is dead, he's the first one to fall. Lauba, yeah, sitting tight there too, but this time they get the kill. Stitches dies. Stitches actually dies. Ty finally had to use his trade on the Dragon Queen. Kel'Thas died too. How did those two fall? 6 kills to 6. A bit of momentum for the blue team. The Bang Bush with a 1-0. And yeah, Stitches couldn't even make his way out of the fight. 25% movement speed. Apparently not enough for him. So yeah, there it is. Seems like we're still going to get some solid damage from Hat in particular. He's currently at 47,000 damage. Kel'Thas is keeping up with Vala. Just saying. So they are keeping up here. And Hat is just tumbling around time and time again. But structurally, Bang Bush is ahead. Structurally, they're ahead here. More camps are now being taken down at the bottom of the map, as you can see. And, well, let's have a look at the bot map. Yeah, okay, so they're gonna get one here. Stitch is gonna be back soon. And again, his 30% will hit in 8 more globes, which is pretty straightforward here. Alright, so Grotta gets the blessing over here. Yeah, Lauber gets 1. He, by the way, lost now also one of the gambits by, here. So he's down to 4. 4 stacks at this point. But yeah, off we go. 95, 5 more, and he has maximum movement speed. 4 more. Oh, it is too fucking good. Yeah, and 2,500 extra hit points, of course, when he hits the 100. Okay, 6 to 6. There's the hook, and he hits it again. Yeah, hungry Stitches. Can they get the kill? Gravity Labs the leap, and they want him. Can they get him? They're trying to get the Vala kill again, and they're obviously aiming also for Medivh, who's attempting to stack his back to 10. There's another hook. 99 stacks for Stitches. 1 more, and he's at 30% movement speed. Nice. Why mount at this point, right? 101. Max movement speed for Lauber. Still using his mount. Alright. Okay, so we have 90 stacks for Kelthas. Giving you a bit of an idea of his mana pool again. So again, just as a comparison, Alexstrasza is currently on 710. Kelthas 2,000 hit points. Sorry, 2,000 on the mana pool. And Lauber on level 22 has now 10,000 hit points here. 2,500 comes straight up from his quest. And yep, that's pretty sweet. So once again, gets of course the mass hit points, and he's now at the top movement speed, plus 30% for him. So yeah, it's kind of insane. 104 stacks. And obviously for them, late game, I mean again, the longer this lasts, the more difficult it becomes to take Stitches down. So good for them. But Zeratul is now also sniffing around, looking for additional kills. Vala is nearly at 150. Medivh is just destroying plays here. Maybe they're gonna go for a leap again, but Diablo should be fine too. I'm gonna give you a bit of an idea also where the hit point pool of Diablo is. Diablo is currently at 8,400. So 8,400 hit points for Diablo, and more than 10,000 for Stitches. But the thing is that we still see them with another protector. So as much fun as this is, the Bangbush still needs kills, right? And they were able to get a 5-man team wipe a bit earlier, but they are still looking to get ahead here. Now, they have taken down 3 of the forts, but now we're looking for a keep. So that's a bigger problem. 108 stacks. He's at 108! It's like Alexstrasza is just providing them with 1 globe after another. I mean, look at this shit. 9,000 hit points for Diablo. Stitches, where's Stitches? Stitches is at 10,700 right now. Fucking insane. Absolutely insane. He doesn't give a shit. Gobbles them up again, one after another. Damage output, 39,000 for Stitches, 63,000 for Kelthas. Vala, even with all of the stacks, she's only sitting at 56k. There goes the Space Goat. Urel is dead. Diablo goes down. Protector doesn't do anything for them here. They go for the fish, and he's likely going to die now. He's losing his stacks again. All of those baseline stacks are gone. Vala is not going to make it either. They're losing everybody here once again. It's another 5-man vibe. Yeah, Diablo's already back, but Jesus Christ, they are showing zero mercy here. 0 deaths on Sonya. Yeah, and Lauber again, top speed for him already. So he's just zipping away from everyone as they're making the move here. Yeah, Lauber's just getting pinged. They're like, dude, wait for us. 117 stacks now for him. Guys, 11,000 hit points. 11,000 hit points on Stitches. And they're going for the keep. They're easily taking the one in the middle. Lava doesn't give a fuck if he tanks it. He doesn't give a shit. He's just sitting there as like, what do we want from me? Like, I don't care. And Khaldor is at 170 stacks. He has 2,300 mana. 2,300. Oh boy. Alrighty. Bishops, is he gonna steal? Yeah. I was for a moment thinking if Medivh maybe just touches ground and waits for the rest of the team to move in here. But didn't. Okay. So, 120. Again, at this point for 120 he doesn't get any speed bonus apparently anymore. He caps out at 30. And that's the case at 100. So, yeah. But he still gets, of course, his hit points. So the hit points are still there. And right now he's sitting at 11,300. Oh boy. Yeah, he's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. Alright, so either way. 125 already. So off we go. And we nearly get level 25 for him, so that's going to increase his hit point pool even further. Just saying. How many how many globes did he get through Alexstrasza? Someone should have counted that. But yeah, Lauba is obviously getting more and more unkillable the longer this lasts. He took one keep down. Now he's at 11,700. And well, here we go. Mr. Lulba. It's like kind of crazy what they got there. Alright, let's go, boys. Actually, it doesn't cap. His movement speed is at 35. Okay, so there's two options here. Either you can just get 30 through through globes, and then obviously you have the 5 baseline, as you can see here. Or it doesn't cap at all. If it doesn't cap at all, that would be insane. I mean, he is literally faster now than mounted. I want him at 140. I want to see if he goes up to 40%. It might be that the 30% cap was bullshit. It could be that he caps at 30% only through globes, but then still gets the passive advantage from the movement speed that you get when you lock it in. So that's the thing. Yeah, that would be crazy. That would be nuts. Yeah, hungry, hungry Stitches. Let's go, baby. Time to eat. He's the real butcher. He wants to eat more. Meat. Meat. Just eats heroes all day. Oh, another hook. 160 stacks, by the way, for Walla Swamp Grotta. And he's safe. Nice. Good job, Alexstrasza here. Nicely done. All right. Marlo! And she's dead. Khaldor with the damage. No, don't end the game. Don't end the game. We need Stitches at 140 at least. This is going to be a big protector, by the way. Yeah, Stitch just runs them down. I mean, he literally just runs them down. All right, he's at 138. Please, please, just give him 2 more globes. Give him 2 more globes. That's all that we need here. 2 more. Come on, baby. 139, 140, and yes, it stacks. It still stacks. He's at 40% movement speed. 12,000 hit points and 40% movement speed. Alright, this is nasty. This is just nuts. That's, by the way, not the one that I wanted. Alright. There we go. Let's go, guys. There's game. That's the victory. 2-0 for the Bang Bush.